I've received questions from guys asking about how I got this mark on my forehead. I'm going to answer that. When I was 4, I had a girlfriend called Mary. Mary Kauona wa chamo chapat. When I finished showering, I poured water on myself. Right, so guys, I'm here with my friend Dama, who makes warus and fries.
Yeah.
And she told me that one of you saw in a previous episode of my videos. Walikununulia nini?
Tipo.
And they came and promoted her in a nice way. I'm very happy about that. If you're passing by here and you see Dama, you know, buy something, you know.
Of course.
Indio? Sawa Dama. Hi. Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome here in Umoja. My name is Dennis Uhuru, and in today's video I'm going to be answering 10 of the questions that I've received most on this channel. Hey, Methode? Kofiti? So, I've received questions from guys asking about how I got this mark on my forehead. I'm going to answer that. I've received questions about how I make my videos, what camera I use. I'm going to answer that. Where I get my music from, how come I don't get copyright strikes on my channel. I'm going to answer that. Where I learned videography, I'm going to answer that. And several other questions. Before that, right now, I'm ready to buy lunch. I'm going to buy chapati. I know a place close to where I stay where they make very good chapatis. So I'm going to buy 2 chapos and have them with tea. The tea that I had for breakfast, some of it has remained obviously. That together with the chapo I'm going to buy is going to be today's lunch. Guys, I'm back from buying chapati, headed back to the house. When I was 4 or 5 years old, I had a girlfriend called Mary. She used to stay close to us. Mary and I were very close. Whenever we made something nice like chapo, I had to go call Mary. Mary Kauona wa chamo chapat. And Mary would come running. Mambo. I don't know what happened to Mary. I hope she's doing well wherever she is. I'm back. Alright. So I'm back in the house. I'm just now warming my tea that I'll have with that chapo that we just bought. I have some food in the house, some rice that I prepared yesterday and some waru. I ate that for supper yesterday. Some of that remained, and I don't want to have that for lunch because I don't want to cook today in the evening, and that will be supper taken care of. Right now I just have that tea and chapo. If I don't feel like I'm full, perhaps I can add a slice or 2 of bread that I had for breakfast in the morning. Kujaza hizo makona za tumbo, you know. You have to think ahead with meals, especially if you're a bachelor living alone, you know, preparing all this food by yourself. Eat what you have. Yeah, don't worry about people saying, oh, huyu jamaa sasa hizo ni chakula gani. Those days that you just have Kisumu boys and ugali or ugali and eggs, you eat what you have. No one will feed you in your house when you're starving. So if you try to impress people eating very nice fancy meals and then you run out of money, no one is going to feed you. I feel like most of the comments are good-natured. Most of the comments are well-meaning and just curious. I think 98% of the comments I receive are just normal curiosity and good-natured and well-meaning, and I really appreciate that. Let's get into your questions. starting with an easy one. Somebody a few weeks ago asked me in one of my videos where I got this mark on my forehead. I was raised in a children's home. I was taken to that children's home at about age 7. We were 10 boys and 10 girls. We used to shower outside very early in the morning before we went to school, 5:30 thereabouts. So one time while I was out showering, I was the last one in the bathroom, and it was still very early in the morning, so it was dark and I was frightened. When I finished showering, I poured water on myself the way we usually did. And then left the bathroom at a brisk jog, I would say. And whilst I was returning to the house, I felt something wrap itself around my leg, and my first thought was, it's a snake. And I've always had a fear of snakes. Yeah, I've always had a fear of snakes. So when I felt that thing wrap itself around my leg, I screamed very loudly and increased my speed running towards the house. And so I was running in the darkness, holding a basin in front of me and looking behind me to see if I could spot a snake chasing me. And so I missed the door. There was a door and 2 pillars on the sides. So I missed the door and hit the pillar with my basin. And so when that basin hit the pillar, it just burst apart, you know. And that noise of the basin bursting, of course, caught my attention. And so I switched my head to see what had made the basin burst, and hit my head on that pillar. I must have hit it so hard, because the next thing I knew, I was laying on the ground and there were people around me looking down at me. And they were saying, "Oh, ameumia, angalia kichwa yake ina bleed," and all that stuff. I was put in the van and rushed to a hospital. My head was stitched. I don't know how many stitches I got. It was a long time ago, I can't remember. And for several weeks I had a big bandage on my head. And I think I must have hit that pillar very hard. It must have wobbled my brain a little bit. Because my brain wobbled a bit during that time, I sort of became a little bit different from the majority of people. And that is why I don't feel strange when I go out to make these vlogs in public places. I'm like, my brain was juggled, you know. So I'm a tiny bit that is how I got this mark on my forehead. Next question. To answer that question, I use a Canon M50. The Canon M50 is a mirrorless camera from Canon that was released in 2018 or 2019. The first generation of the Canon M50 was released during that time, and it has since been discontinued, and right now Canon released a Mark II version of the M50 with a few upgrades, and even that Mark II version of the M50 has also been discontinued. But you can still find the Mark II in the market if you do your research properly. You can even find the Mark I if you really look for it. Yeah, it's an excellent camera. I like it. It's small, it's compact, very easy to use for vlogging scenarios when you want to move around. So I bought my camera in 2020 at the cost of 50,000 Kenyan shillings. Let's see if we can find the Canon M50 right now on the internet and see how much it currently costs. Let's look for the Canon M50 on Gigi. See if we're able to find it. Alright, so as you can see, there is a Canon M50 Mark II. This is the second generation of the Canon M50, and it costs about 95,000 Kenyan shillings. There's one here, 99, 102,000. Oh, there's a Mark I Canon M50, the one that I'm using right now, at 65,000. 65,000 thereabouts. The thing I like about Gigi is you don't pay before you get the product. You actually go into Gigi, look at the product, find out where the shop is in CBD in town, Go to the shop, inspect the product before you pay. So that is the cost of the Canon M50. Of course, that is not the full cost of my setup. I also use an external mic as well as a tripod. So the mic I use is called the Boya BY-MM1. Let's see if we can find it on GG. Right, here is the Boya BY-MM1, the external microphone that I use to just level up my audio. It costs about 3,000 bob. That is the external mic I use. And then I have a mini tripod called the Ulanzi MT11. Ulanzi MT11, there you go. You can find one at about 3,000 bob also. This just goes to show that content creation as a career is very expensive. If you want to do YouTube and if you want to do content creation, you don't have to have all these things to start. You can start with your phone. When I started my YouTube channel in 2019, I started it with this Infinix S4 phone. At the time I had purchased it for about 15 or 16,000. I think it was 16,000 Kenyan shillings. And this is what I started this YouTube channel on. And I made my first about 33 videos using this phone. And the thing about starting anything is that it sort of evolves, and with time it sort of gains a life of its own, and sometimes you also get lucky along the way. And even when I bought my camera, the Canon M50, at 50,000 Kenyan shillings, it's not like I had that 50,000 shillings. I took a loan from a circle that I was in when I was an insurance agent. So I'd saved some money in that circle, about 15,000 Kenyan shillings. And then I asked for 3 times my savings, because that is what circles do. They give you 3 times your savings. And they gave me about 40,000 or 45,000. And then I had to find the rest. And then I purchased my camera. And then I had to pay that loan back for about a year again. And I really struggled because my commissions were not good. But at the end, I managed to pay off that loan, and I was the proud owner of the Canon M50, and I still use it up to today. So don't worry about how expensive a camera is. If you believe in this thing and if you want to do it, you'll find that you'll get a camera. Now, the answer to that question is I didn't go to any college or school. I didn't take any course to learn how to make videos or how to edit videos. I taught myself on YouTube by watching other creators and you know, going out with my phone and making videos and practicing how to edit, and over time I just got better. So I said in a previous video that I've had a sort of inspiration from a couple of creators on the platform. So I didn't go to any college. I didn't no one taught me how to make videos. I used YouTube. I use Filmora, and Filmora is thought of as a maybe entry-level video editing software. And the reason I use it is because that's the editing software that my laptop can run. I don't have a video editing laptop, but I'm planning very soon to see if I can put some money together and get a video editing laptop. And once I do that, I'll also change the video editing software. I'm thinking that once I get a video editing laptop, I'll download a free video editing software called DaVinci Resolve. And it's a top tier video editing software used by big budget films and things like that. So that is the next level of my video editing career. Filmora, on the other hand, is not free. You can go to the Filmora software to check their current prices, or you can find other ways, other clever ways of getting the software. I won't tell you about that on a YouTube video. You figure out how to get Filmora on your laptop, you pay for it if you want to, and you start using it, and you'll be good. It's not the video editing software that you use, but your creativity and your desire to continually improve your video editing ability over time. Because you can take an amateur and give them the best video editing software in the world, and they'll produce a very terrible video. But you can take a pro and give them the worst video editing software there is, and they'll produce a very good video. I'm not saying that video editing softwares don't matter. I'm just saying video editing is an art form, so your ability to think creatively, your work ethic, and your desire to continuously improve your art is more important ultimately than the video editing software that you use. This one I'll just answer to help those among you that are budding creators that are struggling with places to get copyright-free music. And that is a struggle that I went through for a long time myself. And I feel that it costs me nothing to help you get copyright-free music and to help push your career forward in that way. If you want copyright-free music for your YouTube videos, this is what you do. Head over to YouTube and then head over to your YouTube Studio. This only works for the laptop version of YouTube Studio. You can't get copyright-free music on the mobile version. You get copyright-free music on the PC version. So on your PC, head over to your YouTube Studio, and once you're in your YouTube Studio, like I am right now, you will see this. Is this left? Yes, this is left. Or you'll see the following: dashboard, content, analytics, comments, subtitles, copyright, and customization audio library. So what I want you to do is go to the audio library. Once you're in the audio library, you'll see a list of songs. All these songs in the audio library are free to use, and if you use them on your YouTube videos, you won't get any copyright claims. So it's up to you now to listen to this music, find the one that you like, download it and use it on your videos. So let me play one, for example. I often say that out of 100 songs, you may find maybe 10 or 5 that are good, because most of this music, being free, are not very good music, of course. If it was good music, the artist would not offer it for free. But there are some very good quality music here as well, so don't despise this audio library. To use this music and not get any copyright claims, you have to download this music from inside the audio library. So like right now, if I wanted to download this song called Marriage Melody, I'd go to the right hand side here where it says download, click on that, and then that song will download to my PC. Then I can use it for my YouTube videos and I will not get any copyright claims. Video editing as a skill takes a lot of time to master. Yeah. And no one is really a perfect video editor. You always keep learning. You often keep learning and keep doing new things, keep trying new things. It's an art form. You know, they say practice makes better. I don't believe practice ever makes perfect, but it makes better. Can I teach you how to edit videos? If you are living with me here in this house, right? Yeah, of course I can teach you how to edit videos. And also, this skill, what I do is my job. It's not a hobby at this point. I keep telling my friends and even my relatives, this is not a hobby, this is my job, right? So all the skills I have learned, I can't give them out for free. I have to charge for them. I'm a 30-year-old grown man who needs to, you know, at some point have a family, raise children and do things like that. So I can't be giving out the skills that have taken me years to learn for free. So of course I can teach somebody how to edit videos if that person was willing to pay, and it would be expensive. It's not going to be cheap. They have to pay for the places where we would meet, and because this is a skill, like any other skill, the more you do it, the more you get better. So if they want me to teach them and they're sure about that, they have to pay for regular meetings where we go somewhere, sit down and practice video editing together. Alternatively, you can enroll yourself in a college that teaches videography as a course. That is also a choice that you have. My advice though would be just keep practicing your craft and keep learning from YouTube. The best thing about YouTube is you don't need to pay anyone anything. Right now, at this minute, you can go on YouTube and type in how to edit videos, and you'll find a lot of resources, hundreds and hundreds of videos teaching you how to edit videos. And something else that I want people to know about this art form that we do, it's a job like any other. It's a job and it takes time to learn. That is something that most people don't realize. I think that most people view this as a hobby, and so because most people view it as a hobby, they want you to offer your services at, you know, throwaway prices. I can't offer services at prices that make you comfortable. That is not my mission. My mission is to offer my services and my skills at a price that I feel comfortable with, and that price will only keep going up. So to answer the question, can I teach you how to edit videos? Yes, I can. but the mechanics of doing that in most cases will be impractical. I've received about 5 or 6 requests to do collaborations on YouTube, and this is what I have to say about that. I used to ask other creators for collaborations. I think when I was first starting off, I asked the likes of, I think most of the big Kenyan YouTubers. I asked for Iwamboi, I asked Miss Trudy, Wabosha Maxine, and many other content creators. I DM'd them on Instagram requesting for collaborations, and none of them replied, which I understand, of course. At the time, they were not as big as they are right now, but they were still big compared to my channel. And I understand why they did not reply, and this is why. Collaborations only work between channels that have the same amount of engagement on the platform. What I mean by that is, if a channel has 5,000 subscribers and they get maybe 10,000 views a video, then such a channel can only collaborate with a channel in the same niche and with the same amount of engagement. And the benefit will be mutual for the both of them, because this is a business. There's no way I can ask somebody with 10,000 subscribers for a collaboration. I only have about 3,500. My channel is too small to mutually benefit the both of us. Someone with 10,000 subscribers can collaborate with someone with about 8,000 to 12,000, thereabouts, and they have to be getting around the same amount of views on their channel, and also they have to be in the same niche. Okay, so if you're asking for a collaboration from anyone, it doesn't have to be me. First, check that you are in the same niche and check that you're getting the same engagement. Collaborations are a powerful way of growing YouTube channels, but the benefit has to be mutual. There is no shortcut in content creation, and that is something I had to learn the hard way. And I don't bear any sort of grudge or grievance against the likes of Miss Trudy and Wabosha and Foy. Those are great content creators. They are good at what they do, and they cannot cheapen that by doing a collaboration with a small channel like mine. I mean, if I have to collaborate with Miss Trudy right now has about 400,000 subscribers. I'd have to work to get up to there. There's no way I can do a collaboration with her with 3,000 subs. You know, it just doesn't make sense for her to do something like that. It's a bad business decision. Yeah? It is a bad business decision. Every channel has to go through the stages of YouTube, getting 0 views, then a few tens of views, then maybe a few hundred views. That is the process. There is no jumping that process. You have to go through it, and for some people it takes a long time, for some people it takes a very short time. So I hope I have answered the collaboration question. I think those are the major questions that people ask again over and over in the comment section. I don't think they are all the questions, but they are the major ones, and I hope that I've answered them in a way that is helpful. Once again, thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out with me up to this point. If this is your first time to the channel, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and then I'll see you in the next video.